Check, my check. What's popping, y'all? Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. We've had some there was a lot going on today. I've had an appointment that I had to make, so we didn't get things kicked off at 8 p.m. our usual time. We're actually going to table one of the topics that we were going to go over, and we're going to push that to next week. The whole situation, the whole Busta Rhymes controversy. We're going to talk about that next week. We're not going to go into that tonight after all. So stay tuned for that. But we do have a topic for you guys, and it's gonna be dope. So bear with us. You see the guys they're getting everything knocked out with sharing their pages and everything. Yeah, so just give us a or Doc, you good? All right, well, I got your mic fired up, so if you want to speak to the people.
What's up, people? Happy Tuesday. Springtime is on the horizon. How's everybody doing? We're glad y'all joining us tonight. We got some hot ones. We want to hear your thoughts and comments, so chime in.
All right, what's going on, Echo? Appreciate you for tuning in with us tonight. What's going on with the cord?
Okay, there. Okay, straight
up. All right,
we good?
Well, how was your weekend? We'll just kick it off.
Yeah. How was everybody's weekend? We like to know. Wintertime weekends are really chill for me. You know, kind of like stacking my nuts and nickels, you know, in the wintertime, getting the body in shape, concentrating on health, happiness, keep my nose to the grindstone, you know.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Same thing.
What about you, B?
Oh, man, same stuff, man. Same stuff, another day, man. So, what's up out there, y'all? You guys know what it is, Shopkulture. What you guys doing out there? So, yeah, we had to change up because we got some surprises for next week. So we decided we're going to put some stuff on the sideline, give it to you next week.
There you go.
Man, make sure when you guys are in here, you guys say what's up, say hello, and talk to us, man. So how was everybody's weekend besides that? You had a 3-day weekend? Doesn't feel like a 3-day weekend.
Went
by way too fast for
me. It did to me. I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah. Dang. So what's up, Ryan? How you living, man? Ryan living a life. I think he down there in San Diego, man.
Ooh, I love that city.
San Diego's, yeah, that's the top 3 city, man.
Yeah.
To me, it goes like San Diego, Austin. What's my third?
Ooh, Austin. I ain't been there in a minute.
Austin, Texas is popping. That's the third. Yeah, not Vegas.
Ooh, I have to go with the Dallas Metroplex.
Dallas, too many people, man.
Dallas, Fort Worth, the whole Metroplex area, man. And New Orleans is on point too. And New
I
Orleans,
think the food is overrated in New Orleans, man.
you do?
I don't like it.
Oh, the food was popping in New Orleans.
That's crazy.
Everywhere I went, everybody seasons their food. It was popping, man.
That's the problem. I think it's over seasoned for me.
Ooh, really?
Man. That too much season's not good for you.
That crawfish etouffee, the beignets, and the first thing in the morning, beignets
Gumbo.
and coffee. Oh man,
That's so good right there. As I eat this burrito.
The third, what's your top 3 cities out there? Oh, any city in Hawaii is your top 3.
yeah, Hawaii's paradise. So it's man,
you gotta like Hawaii, man.
I love Hawaii, but the Dallas Metroplex, I love everything about it. The economy's good. The real estate market is off the chain. I mean, for 300,000,
is it still like that though?
it's still
Yes.
like
It's still
that.
like that?
I'm looking. I'm looking at that market. Yep.
350,000 in Dallas,
like a mini mansion.
right?
It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Right up my alley, though.
I mean, DeSoto, Mesquite, all those little towns right outside of Dallas, just like Auburn, Renton, or something here, Tukwila, right outside the city. Oh, man.
So, do y'all like Dallas? Dallas up there? Dallas, I hear San Antonio's popping too.
San Antonio, yep.
And you got your cities in Florida, man. We can't forget the Florida city.
Yeah. Florida, those extreme, I just can't do extreme weather and natural disasters.
I agree. I can't do that hurricane.
Man, I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know? And Atlanta's overrated.
Wait, how is Atlanta overrated?
It's just overrated.
I love Atlanta.
It's a nice place to visit, but I don't think I wouldn't want to live there.
Man, how about Phoenix?
Phoenix Phoenix, Scottsdale. Okay.
That's a sleeper right there. I went down there for Halloween last year. And that was
right,
man.
But just don't go in the summer. It's too damn hot in the summer, man. It's unreasonable.
Yes,
because I like the sunshine, but you're not going out in 128-degree heat. You're just not doing it.
Nah, I ain't gonna argue with you on that one.
And because when the sun comes up out here, we're outside. We're doing things, right?
That's true.
You're not doing that in Phoenix.
Man, so none of y'all said Seattle. See, man, you live in this great city.
Only in the summer.
Right.
Only in the summer.
Right. Seattle in the summer is a beautiful place to be.
Right.
All right, y'all. Man, so we had some good topics. Let's get to it, man.
All right. So, cloud chasing, is it worth the 15 minutes of fame?
That is from our boy KB.
KB, where you at tonight?
KB's out there someplace. I like that one because social media in general.
I got a banner.
Oh, we got a banner too.
Yeah, or overlay, my bad.
Are we clout chasers too?
I was gonna bring that up.
We are.
Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, we might be clout. Wait, no, Doc.
Can y'all?
Doc,
go ahead. I'll take this off and then I'll put it back up when y'all.
Doc, would that fuel my flow? Are you clout chasing?
No, I'm putting the real out there. I'm putting the real about.
Are you clout chasing with some of that?
No. Huh? I'm not jeopardizing my morals, values, and principles. I'm sharing my perspectives on from life's mistakes that I've learned. I'm trying to share with everybody.
So we can be clear with the audience. This is what you subscribe to. This is what you believe in. The stuff that you post up there.
Yes, on my Feel My Flow page.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I try in the Shopkulture Live group, I try to post a lot of thought-provoking topics and scenarios to get people engaged in discussion and learn something all in the same. But most of what I post on my personal page, on my Feel My Flow blog page, check me out, y'all. Feel My Flow on Facebook. Situational awareness type things from life's lessons that I've learned from mistakes that I've made. I've made a lot of them. But I've learned from them. And that's the key. Learn from your mistakes. Analyze it. Take self-inventory. Critique yourself and do better.
Yeah. I mean, true.
So, with this post, going into the topic, Kenneth says in today's social media world, are people willing? Hold on, real quick, because why is all right? I sound low on my headphones. All right, in today's social media world, there we go. Are people willing to damage their character, commit crimes, support harmful movements, and even hurt others to get validation, clout, attention, and 15 minutes of fame? Is being the star of the day or even week that serious? I need answers, y'all.
Yeah, what do you guys think out there? I think whenever you are in social media, there is a certain amount of clout chasing that does go on. We can't. I don't think we can deny that. Now, whether or not you believe in this stuff too, I think that's there's room for that perspective. But most of it, though, however, you are garnering this for the audience, and you're trying to get engagement. So getting engagement, man,
So
controversial.
Define clout.
For me, is doing whatever it takes to garner an audience.
Even though you jeopardize your morals, values, and principles.
Yeah,
Okay.
somewhat. I don't think it always has to be so black and white. I think there are some room in between that. I think that there are certain situations that you will put your moral compass to the test, and you're going to sway with whatever is going to get the clout.
Okay. Is it worth it, people? I mean, are people out there actually doing this?
Well, if you're trying to get some money.
Okay, now let's talk about that.
Okay.
So, are you doing that for money, and is the money worth it? And are you getting the money? Are you getting 1 million TikTok likes? Are you getting whatever you're chasing? Is YouTube giving you $5,000 a month? So say YouTube is paying you $5,000 a month. Are you jeopardizing your core values and your beliefs?
Are you being a social media hoe? That's what you're saying. You're being a social media hoe.
Right.
So that's where we got to change it to. Are you a social media hoe?
Right.
I think that's an interesting question, because I think there's a lot of people that do that, even with pictures.
If that's the case, we got a lot of them in the group.
Well, that, or even with pictures, don't people do that with posting certain pictures up? And aren't those certain clout chasing?
What do you mean, like provocative?
Yeah, provocative pictures. Why? What else? Why? Why are you putting them up?
Right. I often ask myself,
I don't mind looking.
question.
I'm just saying, why are you putting them up?
Right. And I often ask myself that question: why do people do that? And I would like a lot of women out there to know that if this is what you're doing.
I'm gonna get something to drink.
He started that already. Doc said, okay.
If this is what you're doing, it takes a lot from your class and the way people view you. So if you put your ass first, don't expect men to view you for much more. If you put your ass first, when they meet you, they're going to want to ask first. Because that's what captured their attention. You don't have to jeopardize your moral fabric.
Even though they know men are visual, men were visual.
And that's where I was going with this. Because men are visual creatures. We will look and we will keep scrolling.
Wait, hold on. No, I know a lot of men that they're gonna double tap the pic, and they're gonna try to slide into the DM. A lot of men do that.
But why are you sliding into the DM? And this dude is sliding into your DM. He wants, right? He wants to slap and hear that ass clap, pump and dump, skeet and skedaddle.
Okay, we're gonna have to take this. We're gonna have to take this drink away.
Already in.
We're gonna have to take this drink away from you, Doc.
Wow. But for something that's long term, constructive, and sustainable, that's not what he's looking for when he sees these provocative pictures.
As a man, though, shouldn't you be able to separate that? If you get to meet and know a person, shouldn't you be able to look past the pictures?
Absolutely. You should absolutely be able
So
to
why is
look
there
past
always
the
an
pictures.
issue with a woman putting up pictures that showcasing her assets? I mean, I
That's her freedom to do that
Absolutely.
if she chooses to do. If you
she should
choose
be able
to,
to.
if you choose to date that woman and it becomes something serious, you should be okay with her continuing to do that.
I
Would
think
you
what
be?
ends up.
Yeah,
I think
Would you be?
would I be?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't listen. I don't have a problem with women if I'm dating would never put up nice provocative pictures. Just pictures.
Okay, they're just pictures. How do you feel about that, Nick? How y'all feel about that? You meet a woman on social media, you slide in her DM or whatever,
Especially if you're meeting her on social media. You're meeting her.
Right.
Wait,
Hey,
you should
hold- the
change.
thing- the
but
thing-
it
the thing
evolves
is-
to
the-
something more.
Here's the thing. Not to cut you off. Here's the thing. It's social media. So
Right.
if you're going on her Instagram page and you see, because most of them, they got their OnlyFans links and all these other links to whatever, platforms that they push content through. They have all that information on all of those those platforms: Facebook,
Right.
Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat,
Right.
all that.
Right.
So you're getting a visual as to what this woman is already, or what she's all about. So you shouldn't
Absolutely.
even be surprised or have any type of expectations on her stopping anytime soon just because she's giving you the time of day.
So you get the time of day, time of night, time of the early morning. So now you two are moving forward. It's starting to evolve into something.
You want her to change?
You and your feelings.
Nah.
Most men are going to
You
say,
said-
"Stop that
You're
shit."
setting yourself up for
Yeah,
failure.
Fellas. If
yourself
that's
up
what
for
you're
failure.
doing, fellas, you're setting yourself up.
You
for
cannot
failure.
come into this woman's life and expect her to just change some shit she's been doing for God knows how long,
Right.
just because
Absolutely.
now you in the picture now.
You got to be cool
You
with
Yeah.
it.
got-
If you
Yeah.
like
I'm just saying, don't expect it.
Yeah,
You
you
can
can't
talk about it and
expect
try to, figure something out. I don't know, but just the whole expectation thing with shit like that, you set yourself up for failure.
No, that
Right.
men in front of men showcase what they're either their cars, their house, something, money, whatever the case might be. It goes both ways on it.
I think that only works. I think that's only detrimental to dudes who do that when that's not really their car or their house or the money that whatever however much money that they, because you got a lot of cats that show off as if like they got it like that when really they don't.
Well, some of them do, but it's a new thing to them, and
that's
You gotta show it.
I
That's
see
a
it
high,
as
that's a super high form of cloud chasing.
right, and
Yeah.
I see that as people who never really had shit,
Right.
and now you come into something, you got to show it off and think you're. Oh,
But
I got this. Well, people have been doing that for many
But my
years.
thing is-
you're doing what you're supposed to do,
I mean, if they got it and they want to show it, hey, more power to you.
right?
Yeah, but we're talking about clout chasers, so people who don't have it. Like we're not talking about the people who do have it.
But we're giving example. I gave example of men, and sometimes men do the same thing. They do showcase whatever the case they got, just like women showcase.
Okay,
what they
so
got.
then again, I'll
So-
flip it like this. Then don't be surprised if a chick is coming stepping to you, and she's only stepping to you because she sees what you have. She's
Right.
not stepping
Yeah,
to you for
that's-
you.
Yeah.
Right.
She's stepping because she see, oh, this nigga got money. Okay, he he can play. I can play. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. And you can't be. I don't know, because you got guys that I hear a lot of guys, right, talk about how women just want them for resources and their money. Mostly it's just their money.
Right.
So if you're showcasing yourself, if you're advertising yourself as such, because it can come off that guy might not be doing that, right? But there's folks that'll look at it as such, like, oh, you advertise it, so let me see what's popping.
Right.
And so you can't be mad at these chicks for stepping to you like that. And it's the same. It's the same thing with these chicks, showing their ass or whatnot. Can't be surprised that dudes is looking at you because, well, you got your ass out.
Right.
They're not trying to see about you on a deeper level. They trying to see and possibly smash.
Right.
So,
But nobody's going to look
and
at
then-
all that initially, though. I think
Right.
eye candy is always going to be the initial attraction to anything.
And just like you said, how women view men, you can see he's got a nice car, house, boat, good job, You get with him, you introduce yourself, and you guys start to become friends, the one thing that you see that he doesn't have is time. What's more valuable? He got money, he got house, he got boats, cars, he can travel, do it, but he ain't got time.
Again,
he don't have time for you.
Setting yourself up for failure. You're working backwards.
Because you're going. Some of the comments.
You're going off of what you're seeing. You're not going off of this person that you could have got to know.
Right.
So that's. I'm all over the place right now. My thoughts, forgive me, y'all, but that's pretty much what it is. You got dudes out here. I hear it all the time in these spaces where we talk about relationships, and it's, you got dudes that get aggy at the fact that you have women that are just looking at dudes for resources, for money, but then it's just like, well, that's all you're flashing. That's what you're advertising yourself as such. So and then again, the same thing with women with. All men want is one thing. Well, that's all you're presenting is that one thing. So
and now you finally get to meet this person, and
now that you're getting the attention that you want, now he don't have time.
Oh, you're talking about time to sustain. What
Doc's saying if
time
you're working too much
with her,
working too much. You're working too much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying on that.
And a lot of people put a lot of value on things, on material, inanimate objects, and say, oh, if I had that, if I had that, if I had that, and you put this high value on it. But then if you turn things around, let's say either of you, I'm going to give you $50 million tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody would know that I'd had that 50 million.
Okay, but you're only going to live for 6 months.
Okay,
still,
you got 6 months to live.
For me,
what becomes more valuable, money or time?
I mean that's.
I see where you're going with it.
That's
but
just
the average.
That's.
What are you trying to get? Go ahead, B. What you trying?
I want both.
Time? Do you want?
I want both.
No.
I'm not going to because those are two different things to me.
No. It's what you value more. Do you want this $50 million, or do you want to live your natural life, or do you want to enjoy $50 million for 6 months and now you're gone?
So, what kind of finances do I have if I don't take the $50 million? Am I all right? Am I okay? Do I have what's my savings looking like? What's my stock portfolio looking like? There's a lot of questions to it. But $50 million?
No. What does your stock portfolio look like now? That's what it looks like without the $50 million. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving you $50 million. I'm giving you $250 million.
I'm going $50 million. I lived a great life after the 50. I'm going to live it up.
But you're going to be dead in 6 months.
We're all going to die sometime.
Okay.
That's a deeper way of thinking about.
That is because
I value, but
I want them.
But most folks are not thinking that deep into it.
What?
It's I appreciate. No, I appreciate. I really do.
But it comes down to it, what do you value? Do you value time or money?
No one values.
We value both, though, Doc. That's what I'm saying.
You should
value both.
You should value both, but in today's age, especially when you're talking about social media, these people don't value a damn thing. Other than they're trying to be seen. They're trying to be.
You have $50 billion.
Okay. Now,
hypothetical situation. You have $50 billion. Hold on. All right. You have $50 billion.
Eat my burrito.
Okay.
I don't have any dollars, but I have all the food. I have all the food. Mm-hmm. You have no food, but you have money. I have food and no money. What's more valuable?
Guys, what's more valuable to you out there?
There's a lot of comments, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, because we're talking clout chasing. I think it's more on the lines of when you put certain things on social media, right?
Right.
Why are you putting certain things on social media?
Right.
In terms of the gender.
We're getting away from the actual topic.
In terms of the gender wars, that's the topics.
Gender wars.
That's what it is. See, male versus female. Unfortunately, but that's what people like to watch. That's what people like to pay attention to.
I'll read these comments.
See, that's what a lot of people turn my post into is male versus female.
But that's-
And I think a lot of it, I post things directed towards males, directed towards females.
Mhm.
And if you can't step outside yourself and take a look at it and say, let me try this.
Are you posting more towards the ladies or towards the men?
Yeah.
I usually post more towards the ladies.
Okay, so
from a man's perspective, because I want a woman's insight.
are you guiding?
man's
What, are
thought
you guiding or are
process.
you
But
telling?
how-
No. Are you guiding or
because
are
I
you
was going to
telling?
say, because how some of those joints is structured, Doc, it doesn't seem like you are looking to.
Are you coming from a
Get
place of
any-
love?
it-
Are you coming?
It doesn't seem like you're interested in their input. It sometimes comes off as this is what you need to do, and that's
No,
it.
Nick went there.
no. See, you're
I'm going off of what I see on the posts
No.
because that's what the ladies are.
Nick
This
is
is
saying
what
the ladies.
this is what the response that you get. I'm not. This isn't my thought process. This is what the ladies give you in return fire to your post.
because
So that's all I'm.
Because are you coming from a place of love? There's a certain place you have to come for.
Some of them are on
Well,
point.
well,
but
look. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that. You take it as you will, but if you want to get in your defensive mode and fire back, that's on you. I'm not going to feed into that.
Well, how things are structured, tone, and how things are just put out, right? People interpret things, and we talked about this, right?
Yeah.
People interpret things how they are in real time, how they're genuinely just receiving that information. So to you, it's like, well, this is how I'm not trying to tell her to do X, Y, and Z, but this lady over here who's reading this, that's exactly how she's taking the information.
Right.
And it can be triggering her. Hey, you don't know what the hell she just got done going through, per the day, the week, the year, got out of a bad, crazy relation, and then for her to come across a post where it just seems like it's patronizing the word
or condescending.
Condescending, yeah. It's a negative.
I think it is,
and I think I'm just saying. I think that's why you get the responses that you do from the ladies in particular.
I
think it's perspective. I think it's definitely perspective.
It's what they read into it, and a lot of them read a lot of things into it that's not even.
But hold on,
not even a message.
Okay.
Have you thought about coming from a place? And I'm just saying hypothetically. I don't. If a woman said the same thing you said, I wouldn't care. I don't take it.
I'll take it for what it is.
They put a lot of.
That's just me.
They put a lot of.
Some people take things.
They put
personal.
a lot of bullshit in the group, and I
Well,
just be like,
some people take
whatever.
things personal. Hey, whatever. However you take things, how you take them.
Right.
But I will ask and will say though, if you think you put a little bit more care into the delivery, do you think that would change?
I'm not sugarcoating it. That's what you're telling. That's what you're saying.
But
Sugarcoat it a little.
I get where you're coming from because I'm not a fan of sugarcoating either.
Right.
However, if I want to drop,
talking about an audience, guys. We're not talking about what you think and what you think. I'm saying the audience member.
I was about to say
the audience member. Who are you trying to project this to? You're not trying to project it to you, right? You're trying to get people to engage. You're trying to get people.
And then you're talking about the women specifically, because with guys we don't care.
Yeah,
I tell a dude. You can tell a dude right now.
You come in the barbershop, we gonna talk a certain way.
But there are women who say there are some women who are strong enough and confident enough to say yes. I see that.
Wait. So the ones that don't accept it, they're not strong enough.
Well, no,
no. We want to be clear. We want to be clear.
No, because the ones I wouldn't say that don't accept it, and I don't even mind if they disagree. I don't get upset if you disagree. Mm-hmm. Everybody's not going to agree with me,
right?
But just look at it, and if it applies, if it can better your life, use it. If that's not you,
then keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Also,
I mean, I guess
if it don't apply, let it fly type.
There you go.
Okay.
And if it does, but sometimes, more often than not, it strikes a nerve, and they don't want to come to terms with it within themselves to step outside themselves and look at it and say, "Damn, that's me."
That is me.
But are you, but in all fairness, are you afraid by going like this? Is that you become the target? Right, and they start looking at your life instead of looking at what you're trying to convey to them. So they're not taking what you're trying to tell them, because what you're saying is carefully thought out right now. You're
right.
Some of the ladies may say your posts are clout.
That's what we're getting at. That's what I'm trying to.
I just want to make sure we stand on topic. So this is good. This is good. This is good.
So, do we? as you know, on social media, as a growing podcast, should we worry and care about how we are perceived when we're trying to convey a message to the audience? Is that something that we should worry and care about?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I think that there's some we have to answer that. So sometimes we do have to probably look at ourselves on how we are saying certain things and make sure that we are saying it in a way that's carefully thought out and received.
I think there's a way of putting out,
but everyone's going to receive it differently,
right? Because there's a way to put out your message with tact and respect and all of that. And if the person still tries to find a way to be offended or hurt or whatever, that's on them. That's a personal problem.
Someone will always be there will always be that one, because I always get the comments of, so what you're saying is, I'm like, no, read it again. You're reading something else into
it. Well, you know, I always say about reading and comprehension. So I'm just gonna be honest.
Let's hear some of the comments. What are the viewers talking about?
All right, so I'm gonna go all the way back up to, let's see. I think we already put this one up. Cloud chasing has such perilous actions and detrimental behaviors that put risk on not only yourself, but those close around you. Appreciate you, Echo, for that one. People post pics of themselves they like. You need to be secure in the relationship. Okay. Visibility these days seems to somehow equate to success. People are going to do what they think they need to do to be seen, but you can't say
that's true
that you take accountability when your actions were wrong, while at the same time bragging about the attention it got you. I think that was Kalina who put that one up there. Appreciate that. Anyone who is self-secure shouldn't be bothered by their partner being who he or she is. If you aren't comfortable with how he or she dresses, etc., then why are y'all together?
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
I had a guy at Daniels come at me with, this is my Tiffany's money clip and my black credit card, blah, blah, blah. My response, I think this is Tama. My response was, and I should be impressed why someone's money doesn't impress me. T, if that was you, we appreciate the comment. Going back to what you were talking about with time and the $1 billion of the food example, they're agreeing with, or they're saying time. Telling, and then someone agrees with what I was saying. Appreciate you. He's preaching. Okay. And then I agree, Nick, most of them don't come across as an invitation for conversation. That's in regards to your post.
But it sparks dialogue.
That's code for I don't give a damn. No, just playing. I've been enjoying his input. I'm a fan. I disagree.
Thank you.
I disagree. I take it as opening the conversation and picking a topic. I've seen some people get offended, but that usually happens when it's a case of if the shoe fits.
Thank you.
Ladies, stop this. You're not qualified. You have to. It's preachy and doesn't always allow for productive communication. Please don't try to say that women who don't accept what you say aren't strong.
Well, I already know.
And
then, don't hear that.
And then Facebook user says, "Don't let them change you." No.
You're always going to hear that part.
Penny says that's why I'll just say no and keep it moving.
Yeah, Penny gonna keep it 100.
No, I can hear Penny. No.
Okay, here we go.
Penny, let me ask you a question. Do you ever hold on? Let me ask Penny a question. Do you ever agree with anything Doc says?
No.
I'll
answer that for her. She gonna say I'll say no. Penny, she's gonna say hell no. Watch.
Penny,
watch.
Do you
watch.
agree with anything? Does anything Doc says?
Let me read this one real quick. Penny, we want to hear your response. I think already.
I want to hear it too.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
What's the goal of the posts? To foster healthy communication, to get opinions, to listen and learn, to lead with love, to preach, to laugh. What are the goals of the post? Is what they're saying. Hey, Nick, you know me so well. Oh yeah, I knew it was UT.
No, Penny is here. Penny actually is here.
Yeah, she's tuning in from YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube,
The reason for the post is people to learn and take heed from what I've learned, from mistakes that I've made and things that I've overcome. And I've looked back and I've seen how
I got a question.
I've seen brothers around me and how they react to certain things that women do. And I'm just trying to say, if this is you,
are you trying to get them to be proactive instead of so reactive? So proactive is the goal for the men.
Yes.
Okay, that makes
Wait,
so.
I was gonna real quick. We'll get back to that.
Well,
I was gonna ask: do you ever preface your posts by saying "per my experience" or
Yeah, he does.
from?
He said that. He said that. He has
Okay.
said that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've seen a few.
Okay.
What?
Oh, I thought you was gonna say put powder sugar on it.
No.
No, you have seen. Cause I've
Like,
seen I've seen a few.
Like I ran into this situation, blase with a lady that I used to be with, and
We want the name of the lady. Can we get the name of the?
You want to drop names?
You got to drop names.
Or like this is where I messed up with this lady that I used to be with. So something like that. Some type of opener where they don't feel as though you're like they're saying coming off as preachy or not inviting.
Well,
in some sense,
what the user did say, what the user did say with those 3 examples. Now I can kind of see that what she was saying with how it might come across.
Right.
She gave 3 examples. And okay. I guess I don't see all that. I just see I hear the message.
Yeah, and that's all I want.
I
hear the message. If it applies, use it.
Oh, well, Penny, I am shocked. You said most of the time, so there is a small fraction or a small. Yeah, so she does agree with some stuff you say. So some stuff.
I don't expect everyone to agree, and it doesn't bother me that you don't.
Right.
Doesn't bother me
you
that
want people to at least hear.
Just hear it.
Just hear it.
And then some
they don't want to hear it.
And then sometimes when you hear it, even if you disagree with it or you think you disagree with or you don't want to apply to it, when you're faced with that situation, you're gonna apply it and say, damn, I'm glad
I gotta play out.
You know what's interesting is, like, from my example, how I like to get a discussion going, and I rather hear from other people. I don't really like to put my point of view out there.
Yeah.
I rather let the audience or the viewers or people kind of chime in, discuss.
I put those out there as well.
You have a way with words and you know how to like write and really put that pen to work or type whatever it is you're typing. I think you can get you can get that across. You can get your point across and then still get that engagement from everybody where you're getting that thought-provoking
right.
Attempting to get that thought-provoking response.
The reason why
he says it comes off as one-sided is because I'm coming from a man's perspective. It's not that I hate women.
Well, in all fairness, some men's perspective, one man's perspective. Not all men think the same.
Well, a lot of things that I post towards women, I've had discussion with a lot of men, and I've observed men in situations
make bad decisions or.
No.
Okay.
And I've seen their responses and reactions to these negative situations that they're in. Sometimes it's self-perpetuated. Sometimes the woman's self-perpetuated. Just like I say something like a woman with the mouth. Any brother will say that mouth is a cold piece. That's a cold piece.
It's more than just the mouth. It's when they
tame their reckless mouth.
Well,
and
I mean, okay.
If it's reckless,
I agree.
If it's reckless, tame it.
Respect is to be given.
Right.
Everybody's.
But we got to get to that point.
And then you get that response like, "Who the fuck you think you talking to?" And now things blowing out of proportion.
But that's what I'm saying. If we get to that point, we've already messed up because it's really kind of when it's already starting off disrespectful. It's hard to get it back to be respectful because your emotions are already high.
Right.
So you have to change the temperature before we get to that point.
But that's what I'm saying.
We need to really start trying to
don't let it get to
it because we can't let it get to that point. That point is where I don't think nobody's going to hear. You're not going to hear your partner. And vice versa.
I have been in. Oh, what was that?
Right here, because he comes off most of the time one-sided.
Right. It's from a man's perspective. I'm not going to say it's
in all fairness, and yes,
I love and respect.
Just like when women watch The View sometimes or watch certain shows, that those are geared toward women's point of view.
And we always got to make note that this is what the platform is geared towards.
We are trying to give some women some insight about some of the things that men do think, men do say, and how men respond to certain things.
And this is why we do.
And this is why we do certain things.
I think it's also important. I think it's also important to note that the way men communicate amongst each other,
it's totally different.
You know what I'm saying? It's totally different. So I think that's why a lot of the stuff that not just with you, Doc, but just like me, I'll throw something up. Most of the stuff I throw up is just funny stuff.
Yeah,
I don't even need. I stopped trying to engage with the group a long time ago, but like I've seen other guys that post, certain topics of discussions or opinions, and the shit sounds harsh or it comes off as harsh. But me being, a guy and understanding just what the overall message is, tend not to get in my feelings about it. But I can see how a woman
it's totally different,
could take that and just run with it.
Yeah, because the things
the way we communicate with each other is
because you know how it is in the barbershop,
right?
We get sometimes grimy, but we can't take what we say necessarily here and go out with a lady because like say the same thing.
Because like if a dude came into the shop and he was just in your chair talking about how he's just feeling hopeless or whatever, and you're looking at him and you're just like, well, bro, you're fat as hell. You should probably go to the gym and chill out on the fast food. And
we do.
Like we give it to each other raw without like you're saying, Doc, without the sugarcoating. Right. And for the most
part, we can't say the word fat on our platform, right? Or certain words because it is taking.
That's the shit I hate too. But
it is taking.
But because the whole fat shaming and all
of that.
But I'm just saying that's how we as men communicate with each other.
That's how we say certain things. And when we say to each other, it is So.
So, but all that to say, you couldn't come off to a woman and say that because,
nor would I want to come. I don't want to talk the same way to a man that I'm talking to my woman.
Point.
I don't.
Excellent
I don't want to.
Wait, your woman or to women in general?
Just women in general.
Okay.
Now, if it's my woman, especially, I'm not going to say the same thing me and you talk about and take it. So that's just
because you got some cats out there that they, how they communicate with one person, they communicate with everybody. And
everybody has a different form of communication. With how they communicate, and that's fine. I'm thinking in general. I don't think most guys in general want to talk the same way. Do you want to talk the same way to me like you talk to your women?
Absolutely not.
I don't think so.
No.
So,
okay. I'm just looking at stuff I posted today.
Doc, now we about to get it. You see where y'all started?
Doc's like, hold on, let me double check and make sure.
I'm gonna get that penny.
It's called taking a self-inventory. It's stepping outside and taking a look at yourself. So,
all right.
How many people you really think when you say self-inventory really does that though?
Not many.
Let's be honest about that.
Not many.
I mean, you guys,
people are scared
of the best thing that you can ever do.
People don't do that,
but people are scared of themselves.
Step outside yourself.
They're scared of that.
And evaluate yourself.
I remember I had
in real time. Your job evaluates you. Why should you have someone give you a performance evaluation if you're not giving yourself a performance? Evaluate your own performance.
Job is paying you.
And tell
yourself. I'm about to say, Doc. I don't know.
Your job is paying.
I had my old homegirl.
But your job is paying you.
Yeah.
You are who you are, and you wouldn't be performing at the level that you are performing if you inside yourself didn't say, I'm going to make this move, that move, and the third move. So you have to evaluate.
I agree. However, you are
yourself and how you're moving and your thought process.
I think a lot of people are just not in tune. They're not real with themselves.
Well, they don't really have.
So they're not going to dig deep in in everything that you just put out. They're not going to do that.
Well, their outlook is a little different too.
Step outside yourself and look in that mirror and say, I fucked that up.
I had a.
If you fucked it up, you fucked it up.
Hold on. I had a friend and she used to say, and I always thought it was funny, but it made sense. She goes, when she did something, she goes, I had a hoish moment. I said, God damn it. I said, okay.
All bad.
That's rare. That's rare, too. That's rare to hear.
She said, I had a hoish moment. I was going to get a t-shirt made of that. I said, I had a hoish moment.
Let me read some of these comments real quick.
Is that going to be the saying? I had a hoish moment.
All right.
She said that out a lot, so I'm starting to wonder now when she was saying that.
I get wanting to share your experience, but a lot of posts don't state that. That would be helpful. I'm not sensitive about what doesn't apply to me, but people won't want to engage. Kalina, I'm on the YouTube channel. All right.
Yes, we have a YouTube channel, guys. Make sure.
Same. I don't get in my feelings about his posts. I just don't think they invite dialogue because people are so caught up in the delivery that the message is lost.
How about you? Are you caught up in the delivery?
That's people. That's people. Abuse comes in many forms. Tell folks not to get in a relationship with people with anger issues. Penny says, Doc, tame your reckless mouth. She says, no.
Reckless mouth?
No, she said when you said
that, they went off what you said.
Okay.
Oh, you got mad? How you going to get mad?
Because he was about to hop out his chair.
I was going to get mad. That Penny.
Because my mouth is respectful. I never call a woman out her name.
Okay,
nothing like that. I'm not going to do
scare
that.
me with that response.
Barry's facial expressions at Doc's statements as they come out.
The reckless mouth was the only one. I was like, oh, wait, all right. That's it.
Penny says, that's why I said most of the time I don't agree with it, and I just say no and keep it moving.
We're going to get Penny on the show.
In life, it doesn't
She's
hurt.
going to sit right here. You and Penny.
Let me get this
Let's
off.
do
Let me
it.
get this off.
We'll probably become the best of friends.
In life, it doesn't hurt for us to take self-inventory. I've tuned into a topic and it slapped me dead in the face. But you know what? I appreciated it because it was something I never realized about myself. So they're saying that was cool. I mean, people take what you can use it. People take what you can in use personal situation. And I can't read right now. And that what you can't I can't read this.
They've been stuttering, but like this.
Hold on. I'm gonna try it again. I mean, people take what you can use in your personal situation, and that what you can't use leave it for the next person.
Chew up the meat, spit out the fat.
Damn, punctuation is key, man. Punctuation is key.
Well,
I usually don't be having trouble, but
take the meat,
some of y'all
nutrients,
with these run-on sentences is ridiculous.
Discard the fat.
Control your reckless mouth isn't going to help most. Do they have the skills to do that? Hold on, let me start it again.
Shut up, man.
Who is that? Who said that?
Hold on. Let me try. Let me try it again.
Doc went old school.
Control your reckless.
Hold on. Like Turner.
Okay. Real quick.
No.
Control your reckless mouth. Is it going to help most? Do they have the skills to do that? Why do they speak like that? It's a lot deeper. I think that's the main issue. Posts are surface and don't delve into the why and how.
And Nick, when he said that, didn't you have Lawrence Fishburne in your mind?
I think when women do that, they don't have trust enough in the person that they're addressing, and they're using that reckless mouth as a defense mechanism because they feel they have to defend themselves against this person.
Let me read this.
If those defenses are down, their delivery would be much better.
People can't acknowledge their shortcomings because they're too busy denying them.
Right.
No, I don't get caught up in the delivery because I know James. So I have first name. Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
So,
you have to go first.
So I have a frame of reference.
That's my government name.
She said James.
That was like
you better
government
not.
name.
I wish you would, James.
Self-accountability and self-acknowledgement take growth, and not everyone has reached that level of growth. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Get there. Life will be much easier on you.
Doc.
Doc
no, I'm just going off what you just said. He said, "Get there."
Doc started looking.
All right, that's all the comments. We caught up.
No, I think this is a much needed conversation to have, especially. I think when people understand perspective and understand where you're coming from, I think it is easier to accept certain things.
Right.
So I do think that reassurance.
But it's a general
thing.
statement. It doesn't. I try not to personalize it and make it about me because it's not about me. It's about a situational. And I just want people to have situational awareness and apply it to your life if necessary.
And I think that's fair. I also think there is a certain level of responsibility that comes with having any type of platform. I think,
right?
And that
okay. You do have people out here with reckless mouths, though. Just to be fair.
Oh my goodness!
It's not just no, because it says please do us all a favor and drop the reckless mouth phrase. Is extremely insulting, and I have to comment on this because not everything is meant or is insulting. It's just what it is. You have a lot of people out here that are reckless at the mouth, the tongue, however you want to look at it. You got a lot of disrespectful motherfuckers out here, and sometimes you just gotta put them in their place and let them know, hey,
that ain't the one.
I ain't the one or the two with that. So
but we are saying what we said in the shop.
You know?
We gave the example that there's certain things that are going to be said,
right,
that might be offensive to some people.
And which is like, I'm gonna go to this post that I put on my blog page today. Feel my flow on Facebook, people.
He's gonna get you guys.
and it's it goes in alignment. It goes in alignment with what we're talking about now. And I mean, and I was serious about this, and I wasn't joking. However you perceived it, just take it for what it is at face value, and don't take it personal.
Without any disclaimers. Just what does that say?
I'm scared. Is that the abuse one?
No. Just read it.
It says ladies.
Okay.
Oh, see? There we go already. See, they already got their boxing gloves on.
God. Okay. I'm gonna stop.
Ladies, stop requiring men to be strong enough to handle you. It's not a good look. Cut it out. To handle is to manage, deal with, and to cope with. Now, why would a man have to manage you, deal with you, cope with you? It's hard enough for us to handle everything else that life throws at us. We have to handle our women. And if we have to handle you, are you going to handle us? Enough is enough.
Now, Doc, you don't see anywhere in that post.
Yeah, Doc.
Where
that wasn't the one you used.
That
Can we use another one?
Hey,
No, this is a perfect example. We don't need another one. We don't need another one.
This is a PC one. We got your back.
This is a perfect example.
Because so many women out there, if it doesn't apply to you, I applaud you.
He said, cut that out.
But there are a lot of women out there that use that term. You can't handle me.
Yeah, I don't really dig that. I don't like that.
I've had that.
The whole handling thing is weird.
I don't want to handle you.
It's weird.
They were right too. I couldn't handle it.
Handle yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I may have to handle somebody that's fucking with you. If you under my wing, I'll handle that. But I don't need to handle you.
Gang member.
Okay. Well, Doc, I mean, but honestly, we don't have a lot of women that I don't think say that though now.
No, but
a lot of women don't say it. Handle. You can't handle me.
That is.
You dealt with a lot of women say you can't handle me.
Oh, you're saying if I personally?
Yeah.
No. They're out there, but
I'm not saying they're not. I'm saying
no.
I think there's a certain level of woman too, because I just haven't came across.
So should I preface that with, if this applies to you?
Well, that's what the women are wanting you to say.
Yeah.
I'm getting. That's the impression that I'm getting.
Isn't that okay?
That's what I was saying. Like, preface it with something.
Hold on. Would that be okay to say it like how the ladies are probably saying without maybe the reaction, the angriness, the not hearing what you're trying to say, because what you're saying has some relevance.
Comedic gold to me personally.
And if you
keep
read
doing what you do,
and it don't apply to you, well, you say, I've never told a man you can't handle.
What's the median age of the group? 30.
No, it's not 30. It is not no dance.
I'm 30.
I would say 38.
It's not.
I'm 30.
The median age is probably about 40, 45.
Yeah, so that's what they're saying. They're saying that probably the women that we in the group are of age. They're ladies.
Right.
So a lot of them are probably not saying.
And a lot of them are. And I've been in conversations with a lot of women that have said, yeah, I said that. And yeah, my mouth is kind of foul, And I'm just saying, yeah. And I don't attack them for that. I'm just saying, recognize that. And recognize the effect that it has on you and the people around you.
Doc, I think you have a breakthrough in your message, because someone here says, I'm not even mad about the reckless mouth.
They still talking the reckless. I love it.
I have a black belt in tongue food.
Woo.
I've come a long way, but first I had to acknowledge that reckless mouth was one of my faults. So,
but that's what I'm
saying.
Yes,
I've done my job. If I reach one person,
yes.
So, and when,
but hold on,
hey man, whoever this is, you just gave Doc so much.
You just did. But she said that she already had come a long ways in terms of understanding and being over having a reckless mouth.
Right. And
so
maybe you're just that experience with another woman.
But she needs to be the one to maybe put that in the group, because if women are acknowledged or women creating posts like that, that goes a long way.
Right.
Way more than what
about themselves.
What men are saying.
I don't care if it makes my point, if you agree or disagree. I mean, I don't get mad when people disagree. People try to make
You really don't.
personal
I'm telling you.
attacks.
Yep.
I'll be in the thread. I'll be reading
Hey,
the
Doc,
comments laughing.
I'm telling you,
look,
Doc does not care, guys.
Somebody will they'll put their whole heart and soul and everything into a comment.
Look at his personal
and Doc
life.
will laugh at that shit. That be
Right.
having me in tears, man.
It does
And
not
he has-
faze me.
Nothing
I'm
says
just
I
saying
don't give a fuck.
He has a ride or die. You have a ride or die,
Like
too.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
He
'cause
got a
Miss
ride or die.
Jada be right there.
Hey,
Miss Jada will be right
I
there.
gotta
Right
get,
behind.
hey, we gotta get us a Jada, because
I know, right? Miss Jada will be all like, and period.
Jada is all right.
Doc will say all this crazy shit, and
Is
then
she
she'll
right
say, and see.
Yeah. Now, there's been a couple of times you could tell that she
You gotta
wasn't
get you-
having
yeah, you
it. But
gotta-
she didn't say it in public.
Gotta find a
Right.
Miss.
She got that ass when you got home, though.
No.
Oh yeah, no, she's balanced because
Yeah.
there's some
Yeah.
stuff where I'm just like, dang,
Oh,
Doc, and then Miss Jada will come in and
Hey, she don't say, you can tell. Hey,
she'll tighten them right up.
Yeah, she doesn't agree with everything, and we give each other the right to disagree.
that's a beautiful.
You
that's
know,
a
we're not
beautiful
going to fight
relationship.
about it.
No, I honestly, I respect that. That's
Shouts out to Miss Jada.
Jano. Hey, shout out to her.
No, because
Jano's a ride.
I've seen her jump into
Yeah, we got to
shit,
take Miss Jano. You're
right?
right.
And they'll, what they call the feline fraternity or whatever, they'll come in at her and she just
She be coming with those
Oh.
left hooks,
Bro.
those jabs.
Undercuts,
the one-hitter quitters.
uppercuts.
I'd be like,
Man,
dang,
there was one time when I even was like, damn, it was like 15 of them
right.
come at her.
And she was
And
just
she
like,
took it. She
take
still,
Handing out 2 pieces.
it was like
to
a Bruce.
everyone.
It was like a Bruce Lee movie.
damn.
Like, wow, that
Ooh,
didn't.
there's
That,
some long
I said to
comments on
myself, they
that.
don't make them like Jano no more. Woo.
Right.
oh no, they definitely not cut
She's
like
a rider.
She all right, man. Damn.
Facebook user says, I don't see a gendered issue with reckless mouth. It's if someone said that to me, it would make me stop and think. And I hope it would do the same if it were reversed. But I wouldn't be with anyone long enough that it would need to be said with any kind of regularity. But given your relationship time, you might need to say that, whatever words you decide to use.
That is actually a really.
And
Yeah.
that was a mistake that I made. I stayed in a relationship
Oh,
too
Doc,
long.
you about to reignite something. Hold on, just real quick. You're about to reignite something.
Well,
but go ahead.
I still haven't recovered. Okay, my name got dragged. All right, now can you give me
At the same time, speak your truth.
Oh,
Speak
man.
your truth, sir. So you
I-
was in a relationship?
I stayed in a relationship too
All right.
long, dealing with the reckless mouth and flagrant disrespect and emasculation, thinking that it would change. I stayed too long.
Would one be able to
Okay,
say
but
would one say with every action is a reaction?
It is
With
and-
every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
And
okay.
my equal and opposite reaction is I checked out. I checked
Yes.
out.
but you
And
can
when
also
I should have left, I checked out
and can you
because
also
I thought it
admit
would
that
change.
you probably should have maybe ended things maybe a little bit differently.
Yes. Yeah.
And I
Well,
think-
a little bit.
Well, I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not trying, but I think it's very important that it is an acknowledgement about the wrong on your part too.
Oh, absolutely. I should have ended things differently and a lot sooner because I put up with emasculation and disrespect, thinking that it would change because I'm treating you with respect and honor.
Mm.
And it was never reciprocated. And I should have checked it, even though I did address it
Mm-hmm.
constantly. It
Mhm.
was never acknowledged, and I should have left. But I checked out, thinking that it would change,
Yeah. Well,
and made bad decisions.
yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. Accountability is everything.
Accountability is everything. Like Nick, I had to reiterate. And
I didn't make any mistakes. Like, oh, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. No, I made bad decisions.
okay.
That's
What,
real.
what,
That's
yeah,
real.
what's the difference between that?
What?
Mistake is a cop out. Oh well, I was drunk. My dick slipped in her pussy. Oh, I
Oh,
woke up. I was
hold on. That's
you
not,
know.
that's okay. So that's rape. That's not.
No.
What just happened?
No, woman
We
comes
bit
at
the
you.
corner.
No, woman comes at you. You cheated on me with that bitch. Oh, I was drunk. It was a mistake.
Okay.
No.
Ding, ding.
No, it wasn't. I didn't make any of
Oh my
those
God.
mistakes.
Okay.
All right.
Well, okay.
Anything I
just-
did, I take accountability for my actions.
Extreme
I made
mistakes.
I made conscious bad decisions.
It was intentional.
I think we all learned.
It's just to put a bow on it.
It was
intentional.
bad. It was
Because you knew what
how
you
it
were
was
doing.
handled. How it was handled
Right.
wasn't cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I made bad decisions. I live with it. I learn from them.
Yes.
There you
Yes.
go.
So,
And
that's
he
what
shares those with you via the Feel My
yes.
Flow post.
So when you're saying and bringing it up, you just admitted it. So I don't know. Maybe we can put that to bed because we all know.
That was I see the example and what you were trying to illustrate in the
But
point.
no
that you
one
were making
knows
with
what
that.
I went through.
And
But
that's fair.
my mistake. I should have cut it short and walked away.
I mean,
But
yes.
thinking I'm changing, and we're going to have a show
Uh-oh.
on narcissism because a lot of people do not recognize the
Ooh-wee.
signs of narcissism, and it's a serious.
You think you
mental
were
Doc, we did
disorder.
this. Doc,
You
we
think
did
you're a
this one
narcissist?
time.
No, I'm an empath.
We did this. This was one of the earlier episodes that I came in and started producing for you guys, and somebody was coming at you like, "Look at the narcissist
I'm
trying
a
to explain
Libra.
narcissism
Yeah,
to
well,
me."
that's
Libra
what
the
I was. And we got a lot of that during that time because we were trying to explain.
Look. They are.
And-
Please no.
No.
I told you. So this person might have already watched that episode where we went over narcissism. And so you remember when somebody was coming at you like, "Look at the narcissist trying to explain narcissism."
Yeah, it was the next episode right after.
No, actually, I'm an empath. I'm
Oh.
an empathetic person because I'm an empath. I mean, I can't help it. That's who I am.
Okay. Doc, yeah, we're going to just cut.
No, this is good.
We're gonna go on to the next because this is gonna be a
Do
whole.
you know what a narcissist? Do you know the difference between a narcissist and an empath?
I don't.
Okay,
I'm stupid.
empathetic people want to give. They want to help. They get fulfillment out of giving. Narcissists take. They're takers. All they can do is take. An analogy is just say you're a car.
Okay.
A narcissist is a car. The empath is a fuel source.
Okay.
That fuel source fuels. You're doing what you're supposed to do. It feels good to be giving. That narcissist is taking that fuel because that car needs that fuel. Okay, well, now empaths are depleted. You don't have any more to give, and you need that car to give back, give some fuel back. Well, narcissists aren't wired to give. They're just wired to take, and they are not built to give fuel back to the fuel source. Okay. So what do? They go on to the next fuel source and leave the original fuel source depleted.
Got you. Okay.
That's a narcissist and an empath.
Or we can just say, you know what, it got to a point, I fucked up, that's the way it is, and just keep it moving, and you learn from it, and you, man.
But I'm still an empathetic person because it feels good to me to give. It feels good to me to help someone. It feels good to me to enrich someone else's life, and I have enriched so many lives, changed so many lives for the positive, and I'll continue to do so because it feels good to me.
Which is fine, Doc.
Wait.
But we got to be honest. It does take away from the message, though. And that goes with all of us, because I did my stuff. Is when you don't leave in a certain way, right? Because then they don't tune in because they only see what mistakes were made. They don't hear anything else because, especially when that happened, it was such a public
But
thing.
like I said, I didn't make any mistakes.
Okay, well,
I made bad decisions.
I'm gonna say that too. Yeah,
and we all have.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But it doesn't stop me from being the empathetic person that I am. Even through that whole situation, I was empathetic to the whole family unit, and I was depleted because empaths do need some reciprocity.
No, I agree with that.
Narcissist does not have the ability to reciprocate. That is a narcissist. They are takers. It's all about narcissists will use things like me, I, me.
Doc, that's interesting that you just said that.
I almost want to say, yeah.
You were saying something about how you give the message. You literally just said it. You give the message and how it feels good to it, how nothing else mattered as long as it felt good to you.
No, how I give.
I
give to enrich someone else's life,
he's trying
someone else's situation.
Okay.
It feels good for me to
give,
to help.
I got you.
To assist.
Okay.
Not to be helped. My love language is not, there's one of the love languages that are receiving gifts. I don't care to receive gifts. That doesn't, my number one and number two love language
words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
Look at that. I remember it. That's a damn shame.
And physical touch.
I swear,
'cause
physical
we
touch
talked about
and
this,
words
yeah.
of affirmation, I think are for. I'm gonna say this: 85% of people that does the love
But
language.
some
Physical touch is gonna be in there,
yeah,
and either words of affirmation
or
receiving
acts of service.
Mine is quality time, and what was the
Quality time.
words of
is number
affirmation
No.
or
quality
physical
time,
touch
quality time, physical touch,
or
and then-
receiving,
and damn, I forgot it's not words of
receiving
affirmation.
oral,
Acts of
receiving
service.
oral sex.
That is that's my foreign.
We're gonna make one up.
That's my foreign.
We're making one up.
That's my foreign.
Giving or receiving.
Oh wait, how about this? Though?
Giving
Can
or
we-
receiving.
Oh, wait.
You
Hold
said
on.
oral
No,
sex.
hold on.
That goes both ways. Giving or receiving.
You know
Come
I'm
on.
selfish now. You know I'm selfish. Right? Hold on.
So you're a narcissist.
Yes.
Oh, wait,
He is
hold
definitely
on,
a narcissist.
Hold on.
He says.
Hold on.
He says y'all got about 3 minutes, and
Hold on,
he ain't
hold
eating
on.
no box. He's definitely a narcissist.
Oh.
Look out!
How is that? But anyways, let's get
Look out,
back to
ladies!
this.
Ladies, look out!
Why can't we expand on the love languages? Though? Why is it only relatable?
Making things more
Because-
complicated than what it needs
Because
to be.
everything
Because-
falls under one of the 5 categories of the love language.
But that's not 5. There's other categories too. I think.
Everything falls under those 5.
No, I don't think- And exactly the evidence of love language. Where is it? I
What
think
do
it
you
was just no.
I mean,
It's
talk
made
to
up.
some psychiatrists
It's
or
made up
some counselors,
by one-
therapists, or
No,
By
there's a
somebody-
quiz.
yeah.
Take the love language
But
quiz.
what is it based off
What
of?
is it based on,
That's
though,
what they're
Doc?
getting at.
That's
What
what
is
we're
it
It's
saying.
based on questions that come from your personality.
I think it's
No.
based on.
Your
I think it's based on a
preferences.
massive poll that they've taken from people, and
It's not a poll. You take.
Don't you think it's
to where
different
they
for us
were able to
as
quantify their
black people? Don't you think our love languages could be a little bit different though?
black
No,
people's love
it's
languages?
person to
Oh,
person. It
it's
has
person-
nothing to do with.
You don't think it has nothing to do with that? I was
Culture?
reading. No,
No.
I was just listening to a podcast,
No.
and I'm gonna bring that
that's
up.
It has
interesting.
I-
Black people's love language. I wonder
People,
what that
people of different cultures may have
there even
different
such a
love
thing?
languages.
They were saying it should be based on culture,
No,
significance.
it's the same. Your top 3 will come out different
I thought it was
based
interesting.
on-
I'm just saying. I'm not either
based
way,
on
but
your culture. Your top 3 will be different.
What is your guys' love language? Make sure you guys put that down in the
Forget my
comments.
third one, man.
Have you taken the love
You gotta take
language
the quiz.
quiz?
Hold on.
Can we put the quiz up there?
Yeah, put the quiz,
Put the quiz up
link.
there.
And I urge you all, go to separate rooms in your mate. You both take the quiz, come up with the results, and share them with each other.
And well, I actually share them, but actually have some background and give some personal, some personal reflection about it. I think it's very
Right,
important so
right.
you can understand where they're coming from.
Yeah,
why they are a
dive
certain
deep
way.
into it.
And another thing I will say, love languages do evolve too. I don't think they always stay the same. I think they can change.
I can agree with that.
I think mine is acts of service. Okay.
So
Who's acts of service? Let me see that. I like
Quality time, acts of service, and physical touch. That's mine.
So you
those
just
are
said-
my 3, but not
those
in
are
that
3.
order.
Yeah. But like I was telling him, I think love languages can expand and can change and evolve, and they don't always stay the same.
We'll take the quiz every 2 years, every 5
I
years.
said once a year.
But
Don't you want to know if
no,
your mate
not
has
once
changed?
a year.
Why not?
Not once a year.
Why?
Because I don't think people evolve that quickly. Well, I think
Are you serious?
I would agree.
I think
No, I
women
disagree.
evolve a little quicker than men, but I don't think their core values and their love
People
languages
break up within
change that
people
quick.
break up within 6 to 8 months.
That doesn't
months.
change your love language.
I
It's
think
just
it does.
it's
People
just-
start wanting different things in a
No,
relationship.
it's just that person wasn't in tune to your love languages.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and
Mhm.
piggyback off what you're saying in saying that a lot of people are acting out of lust, not love.
Right.
So that, in my opinion, is what I think causes a lot of these brief relationships or whatever it is you want to call
even
it.
long-term relationships in
Well,
quickly.
you said 6 months. You said
I'm
6
saying
months, so that's
I'm
all.
not saying a relationship. I'm saying that a relationship can end in 6 to 8 months. It can end quickly.
And
Right.
that's
It
because
doesn't
you
matter.
didn't
You may marry
start it.
20 some years, but when it ends, and it can end pretty fast. Correct?
Yeah, but you're saying a long-term relationship can decline quickly.
I think so. Absolutely, we've seen it.
But
I think people try for many, many years. If you have 10 years plus in it, you're going to try for 2 or 3 more years. Things are going to change over those 2 or 3 years, but you're going to notice the decline within the last 6 months. That's when exit plans have been put in place and you've checked out.
Usually when a person checks out, you're right. They will go through the motions for a certain amount of time, but if you're in tune, that's why I said because people evolve,
Right.
and if you're in tune, you will notice the change, and you will notice that the person's checked out. A lot of
But
times
if
people don't
you're-
want to acknowledge that, and they don't want to admit it, so they're
Right.
Well,
staying
that's
in
almost.
something.
I mean, after
Somebody's staying in a situation way longer than what you should, and you know it.
I mean, after 20 plus years of marriage, I can actually see why one would be like, you know what, it's run its course, no hard feelings, no bad blood, nothing like that. The key word that you were using, evolved, but like 6 to 8 months or even like a year or 2 years, there's still a lot to learn and a lot to work through if you're willing to do the work. So that's why I was saying with relationships with those type of timelines, just ending after 6, 8 months or whatever, maybe
people will stop a relationship year and a half to and think nothing of it.
But see,
and you're you're like, damn, well, because they evolved. They changed what they wanted.
That is because you didn't start that relationship on a strong foundation.
Because I'm about to say, I agree with you. I don't think it has anything to do with evolving at that point. A year, nah. That's just something else. I don't know what it is. I wouldn't say it's evolving.
Well, then what is it then? Hypothetically,
you didn't set. You didn't. What it is in the beginning you rushed things. It may have been out of lust, but you didn't set the 4 cornerstones to a strong foundation to build that love on, and it faltered.
Which are
respect, friendship, effective communication, and trust.
You can have those things and it's still a relationship. It's just a matter of
those have to be first.
No, you can have those things. I just think that
and then you build from that.
Yes, there's a build.
Another key word is wanting to. I think both individuals have to want to do
Is this things. My friend? Can we effectively communicate?
Care about that person?
Do you
care enough to hear that the person
and do we have
likes
trust?
Might be different in terms of they want to try different things. They want to do certain things. They want to try a different type of way of dating. Are you listening to those type of things?
That's where the effective communication, one of the cornerstones. Do you have effective communication? And that just doesn't mean talking.
It means doing, though.
It means talking and listening.
You got to do it, though.
No, that's where love comes in. Because love is not an emotion. Love is a verb. Love is an action word. Love is shown. It's not felt.
I agree.
You show love. It's not a feeling or an emotion. It's an action.
We can talk about that. We can talk about that.
What do y'all think? Love is an action. It's what you do, not how you feel.
These guys talk about nobody evolves. Okay.
Not after a short period of time. No, I don't believe people. I mean, it's possible, yes, but I don't believe that is primarily the reason why folks, their relationships are declining at such a, short amount of time of being together. I don't think it has anything to do with evolving. Lust, what you said, Doc, with what did you said something that it's on the tip of my tongue too. I think it was some communication, effective communication,
right.
lack thereof.
Right.
I think it's a lot of
compatibility. Compatibility comes before you start to build the foundation.
Through communication.
If you're not compatible, you don't even start to lay a foundation. You're not even putting cornerstones in place because we're not compatible. And that's where people need to take their time. Don't act on lust and the needs and wants of the flesh.
Right.
So many people are weak for the flesh.
Right.
So how long you should wait to do what though?
What do you at? What's the
what are you waiting for in terms of compatibility?
Until you know.
Because he's talking about lust. He said lust. And I'm like,
right.
Well, what are you waiting exactly?
Put that lust aside. You're not. I mean, if you're looking. I mean, what do you want? Is it just going to be a physical lust relationship, or are you looking for something meaningful?
Exactly.
But everybody sees meaningful different ways, though, because meaningful.
Maybe lust is meaningful
to some people. Whatever the case is,
wow.
Because
what did Tama say?
She agreed with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody said they think it's both. Both on what? I think it's both, but I don't know.
Produced from a feeling. I agree.
Again, it comes down to the root for me, which is communication. If you're not communicating with this individual about what your intentions are, if you just try to be out here for the streets fucking on everybody, then just say that.
Right.
But if you are really actually trying to like build with someone, you do want to be in a meaningful, a fruitful, a genuine relationship where this is your person for this line of existence, also say that. It to me, it's cut and dry. All this extra shit about evolving after 2 days or 6 months or whatever, those are to me largely cop outs.
Right.
That's just me, you know. But if that's how you get down, that's how you get down. Also, though, if that's how you get down, communicate that bullshit to whoever it is you're messing with at that point in time, just so that everybody is in the know. Staff meeting over. Boom. That's it. But folks don't do that.
Right.
Folks want to, you know, push the foot around and tiptoe and most importantly, bullshit people. And that's how we get to this state of confusion and where we're at now as it pertains to men and women and these, you know, relationship woes that we talk about and experience on the daily.
I think people want to put people in a box and they want people to be the same way they were a year previous and be like, well, you didn't tell me. We're a year later.
There's nothing wrong with
you're
evolving.
not the same way that you were a year
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with evolving, but you can evolve for the better because what I get, and this is just what I'm getting from you, so correct me if I'm wrong. I've evolved, but now I've evolved in a way where I'm better than you and I deserve better than you. So I'm gonna go this way. That's what I.
That's not what evolving is. Evolving is that your sense of. Because, like I said, we have death. We have a lot of different. Hold on. We have death. We have a lot of things that happen.
And that's not what he's saying. That's not what I'm getting from you when you say evolve. You can evolve with a person.
Evolve together.
Yeah, you can evolve together, but that's what it doesn't matter. People change,
right?
And you have to understand and listen to the change. You can't say how somebody used to be and expect them to be the same. They're not going to be. And we live in a society where people change and they have a right to change. I don't understand.
And when you effectively communicate, you can visualize and you can understand that change and you can change with that because as they're evolving, so are you.
Yeah.
So like people you can choose the direction you want to go in, and effective communication,
making sure you're on the same page throughout this whole evolving stage,
is mainly listening. We have two ears and one mouth, so you should listen twice as much as you talk.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. I don't think, look, there's nothing wrong with changing. I mean, we're people, we're going to do that. You're not the same person you were last year. So, I mean, that's just even with self. So I wouldn't expect that when I'm in a relationship with someone. But what I'm saying is, I mean, you can change for the better all you fucking want, you know, but keep that line of communication open with your partner and they do that with you as well so that, okay, are we changing for the better and we're still running parallel with each other?
Right.
Or are we, is there a fork in the road where I'm going this way and you're going that way?
And be open to take constructive criticism without being defensive.
Right.
Okay, the good example I can give, right? If you go through a death, you don't think that's going to cause any change in how you perceive things? And if your partner hasn't really went through that, how do you expect them to understand certain things? All I'm saying is there's going to be some change that's going to happen. Now, whether or not they can really try to get in and really try to understand what the person's going through, okay, cool. But a lot of times, certain things will change your perspective, even in relationships.
Right.
You have to be honest about that.
Right.
And a lot of times, people don't necessarily want you to change. That's what I'm getting at.
But when you change, you have to communicate your feelings.
You can, yes.
But what you thought, how you feel. And men are notorious for holding their feelings inside because I'm hard. I don't want to express my feelings that I'm feeling this way.
It goes back to how we were taught.
You have you have to tap into your feminine side. And yes, there's a level of femininity to every man. And if you're a real man, you can admit it.
Excuse me?
And you have to tap into your feminine side.
I don't know if it's necessary. I think that men
don't want to let go of their emotions because of lack of trust.
So is emotions exclusive to women to female?
No. Say that again.
Is emotions exclusive to women?
He gave you that Ike look.
No.
Because one would say how that came off just now. That's how that. I don't know.
All right, guys.
What that came off. How I conveyed that is
I was just
Men,
asking a question.
men
As a,
harbor
I know how you were coming from.
their emotions.
Right.
Yes.
Men
But
tend to harbor their emotions. You
Because when
need
you
to
say-
be around someone, either it's your woman, either it's your circle of brothers, the people that you can trust, where you can open up with your emotions.
But I think that's what we got to get away with is
And
that
stop
always
thinking that you're
assigning.
so hard.
Well, we always
and you
assigning
can get through
emotions to being feminine. No, we got to get away from that.
Because that's
It's
initially
all
how
right.
that came off. That's what I'm saying.
That is all right. Just
But-
show the emotion.
But when you show your emotions, some people view it as soft. But there's
That's
a
true.
level of
True.
femininity to every man, and every man needs to realize that. And there's nothing
That's a
wrong
good topic.
with
We're gonna-
tapping into your femininity.
Okay, we got to get going. See, guys,
If you're
ding,
hurt,
ding, ding, doc, ding, ding. We can't give it to him. No, I got to cut it. No, we're gonna.
It's in the middle of.
if you're hurt,
A minute and 20 minutes. No,
cry.
Okay.
absolutely.
So yeah, definitely next topic.
yeah,
next
yeah.
topic.
We're gonna talk about crying.
Let's get it.
I agree with you on that. Some people just can't cry, but that's a different topic.
Damn, that kind of person is that?
That's that bravado getting
No,
in
it's
the
not
way.
always bravado. Sometimes.
no, I get it. No, I
Yeah.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Go ahead. You want to close us
Yeah.
out?
Anyways, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. This is Shop Culture. We went a little bit over. Y'all got carried away. That's all right. Remember, every Tuesday at 8. We'll be back.
And next Tuesday, we got a good one for you. We
Oh,
got
man.
a special guest
Woo.
coming. It's a local business owner. We're going to be plugging this person's business as far as and along with covering the situation
I got my questions.
that they were recently involved
I got
in
my questions, Doc.
with a certain celebrity. They'll be on the show next Tuesday. Tune in.
This is Doc. Yeah, Doc. Okay, Doc. Woo.
You say you got your questions?
Nah, I
lined
got.
up?
When they ready.
I'm gonna ask him right now.
One love, y'all. Keep it nappy.
Oh.
Oh, hey,
We
change
love
it up. And make sure you guys like the shorts coming soon and the reels coming.
Check out our Instagram page
We have it.
for
Yep.
for information, short stories.
It's all at the bottom of the screen, y'all. Scrolling at the bottom of the screen where you can follow us at the Facebook group, Shop Culture Live.
And we're like the preachers. Donate that money.
Oh yeah, the Cash App is also. You can donate too if y'all want to. Is that where the preacher thing came from?
Yeah, that's the preacher.
Oh, okay. All right, y'all. That is game. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. We gets it in, man.
Feel my flow.
Shop culture, baby.
Nobody likes a reckless mouth.
Oh, that's a t-shirt.
All right. Shut your ass up. No, I'm just playing. All right, y'all. Be safe. That's game. We out.
Out. Deuces.